Hi there, welcome to this month's Patreon review request drawing. If you're a supporter of my Patreon campaign for $10 or more, once a month I'll send you a message saying, hey, recommend me a book, a movie, a TV show, a painting, a beer that you would like me to review, to write up. And then I'll do a drawing like this, like you're about to see. There will be a winner, and eventually a review will be created for that. I cannot stress to you guys enough how much I really enjoy these. This is great fun, and I'm going to, again, enjoy it with a beer. This is a milk stout nitro, and you hard pour it. Watch this. Don't try this with any other beer. All right, here we go. Oh. This is so good. All right, this month, leading the pack, we have, actually these are in reverse order from which they were submitted. Should I start at the bottom? Yeah, we'll just start at the top. Ending the pack, I should say, Mike P requests the Arkham Horror card game, which I actually own. I have been buying the expansions as they've been releasing them. Stupid Fantasy Flight. I'm afraid I like it. Anyway, that's Mike P's request. Chris S. Chris, he wants me to review Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. This is a 2002 TV show based on the 1995 cartoon. I just recently saw the Scarlett Johansson adaptation. Can't say it endeared me to Ghost in the Shell. To be fair, though, it did make me curious, what is the original like? And I intend to find out. If Chris S.'s pick is drawn, I guess I'll also be watching a TV show based on Ghost in the Shell. Matthew J. requests, this is a difficult one. This is a couch co-op game, and I don't have a couch here. This is a PC game, so I would either have to move a couch in here or do that Steam big picture thing where Steam goes to your television set in the living room, because Matthew J. would like a write-up of lovers in a dangerous space-time, which is really cute. It's a really adorable two-player game. You're managing spaceships. I think you're like a kitten and a bunny or something like that. I like what I've seen. You can play single player, but the AI just runs around and does stuff as if it was a person, and who needs that? Jeff S. All right, Jeff S. I'm not sure what he's up to here. He chose The Wire, but he specifies season 4. Now, Jeff S., I don't know if you think that I've seen the other 3 seasons and just stopped. I don't know if this is a subtle way to try to get me to watch all of The Wire. Actually, how many seasons are even in The Wire? Because I have never seen The Wire, I do own it. This was given to me as a very generous gift from some folks at Quarter to Three. How many seasons is The Wire? 5. So for some reason, Jeff S. doesn't seem to care about the 5th season. But The Wire, which one of these days I'll get around to watching it. I don't mind. Well, you know what? Stand by for number 7. Number 5, Greg R. demands, in all caps, a write-up of Castles 2. And let me tell you, going back looking at those screenshots, that brings back memories. Castles 2 is an old, surely a DOS game, about building a castle. And, you know, dragons attack you and whatnot. Rich R. just wrote 3 words. He wrote, The Wrong Box. I didn't know what that was. I Googled it. It is a Michael Caine movie that is as old as I am. They did not know how to make good movies back then, I'm telling you, so it can't be any good. But it taught me a new word. Do you guys know what tontine means? I guess I haven't had enough people try to sell me life insurance. But tontine is where everybody makes a deal. We're gonna throw a bunch of money into a pool, right? And then over time, the money is going to accumulate interest. And the last man standing, the last guy alive, gets all that money. So The Wrong Box is supposedly a 1966 Michael Caine comedy. Actually, I don't know if it's a Michael Caine comedy. He's in it. He was one of the names I recognized. That's Rich R.'s choice. Chris M., The Wire Season 1. Because as Chris M. knows, every episodic television experience begins with a single season. Hoarder S. requests, this is another couch co-op kind of game, except it's a video board game called Sumer. Sumer? Sumerian. So Sumer. Yeah, Sumer. Doesn't sound right. At any rate, S-U-M-E-R. You saw, I just wrote it there. And this is, it's an early access game that I hadn't played until he recommended it, and I looked at it. I like what it's doing. The only reason that it's still in early access, they don't have their online multiplayer implemented yet. But it seems complete, finished right now. So that is Hoarder S's request. It's on Steam. Sumer, whatever. Jarmo P requests a movie called Zero Motivation. For a brief minute, I saw this and I was like, oh God, he wants me to watch that guy that does those cartoons about video games. No, that's not what Zero Motivation is. Zero Motivation is a 2014 Israeli comedy, and the box, the movie poster, the box cover, whatever, the picture on IMDb, a bunch of chick Israeli soldiers. And if that's not hot, I don't know what is. So let's see, that's Jarmo P's request, number 9. Number 10, okay, Alex Chapman, who is the fella, he won a Patreon review request for a TV series called Catastrophe, which I adore now. I'm in the middle of season 2. He also recommended this beer. He also, this month, requests a TV show called Fleabag, and he writes, quote, I just watched it myself and really enjoyed it. All right, Alex Chapman, so I've seen Fleabag, and to just simply say, yeah, I watched it and I really enjoyed it. Fleabag it's a revelation. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is one of the most amazing, frank, candid, heart-wrenching comics, and I'm not even sure she's a comic. She's a playwright. She's an actress. I've seen since Louis C.K. She's phenomenal, and Fleabag is amazing. I watched it and I really enjoyed it. Of course you did. It is fantastic. So that is Alex C's pick, Fleabag. And Phoebe Waller-Bridge, come on. Why does everybody should know that name? Chris D. Chris D, throwing my words against me, saying, quote, that Mr. Bojangles cartoon. That's what he chooses, which is actually a cartoon called BoJack Horseman, which normally I'd be like, oh God, a cartoon. But Rick and Morty, which won the last drawing, or no, the previous to last drawing, Rick and Morty is great. Is BoJack Horseman as good as Rick and Morty? It can't be. Maybe we'll find out. All right, Soren H. I've had it with you taunting me with your film festival movies that I don't get to see. Soren apparently went to Film Fest, which, Austin, right? He saw a movie called Raw, and he just sent me a little message saying, whatever you do, see Raw. Now, I know Soren H's taste enough to know that, yeah, I should take under advisement what he says. Raw didn't come out here for like 6 months, maybe longer. That's what happens when people go to film festivals, and they get to taunt the people who didn't go with these great movies they've seen that won't be in theaters for months. So, Soren H., when you choose a movie called Dearest Sister, about which I know nothing, you wisely didn't say anything about it, I looked it up. It's a 2016 Laotian horror movie. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, sounds great. Yeah, well, it's not available anywhere. Because it's not out. You saw it at Fantastic Fest, and it has no U.S. release date. And I should warn folks, if you're looking for a movie called Dearest Sister, don't confuse it with a 1985 movie called Sister Dearest, starring a young lady named Tracy Lords. Don't know if you're familiar with her. She does a lot of work with John Waters. Yeah, so it's not the 1985 Sister Dearest. Laotian horror, Dearest Sister, it's not out here yet. You can always pick something like that, but I, of course, won't be able to review it until I can see it. So, at any rate, from the guy who recommended Raw, whatever Laotian horror movie he'd like a review of, I want to see that. Sam S. This is a mouthful. Ready for this? Command, Modern Air Naval Operation, Northern Inferno. This is the latter-day Harpoon. Not very graphics intensive. It's a war game. And he specifies Northern Inferno, which is a standalone version of this huge, ambitious command modern air naval operations game that is about a Cold War encounter in 1975 between the Warsaw Pact and NATO. Right up my alley. And I'm not being facetious. I am a child of the Cold War. So that's Sam S.'s pick, number 13. Number 14, Alexei V. Umberto Eco's novel, The Prague Cemetery. Now, we've all read Name of the Rose, seen the movie. I remember attempting Foucault's Pendulum when I was far too young to understand it. I had no idea what was going on. So hopefully Prague Cemetery isn't quite that obtuse. Esoteric, I should say. Yeah. So that's number 14 from Alexei V. Number 15, David D. Oh my God, David D, really? A 1932 silent movie from Japan, the title of which translates roughly to, I was born, comma, but, ... I don't know, David D. He did write a nice paragraph about how he discovered it, and how it means a lot to him. So I appreciate that detail, David D. But I have no idea what to make of a 1932 silent movie from Japan. Not only is it silent and black and white and foreign and old. Wow. But okay, so I was born but from Japan. Patrick M. Good Lord, Patrick M. Really? 9 years, War of the Grand Alliance. This is at least it's recent. This is a board game that just came out about, France, Louis XIV fighting, I guess, everybody. When you look it up, you find out that it's based on the No Peace Without Spain system, whatever that means. Anyway, Patrick M., a huge, complex board game, 2 players, so I'm going to have to press someone into service to play that. That's number 16. Number 17. Joseph M. very kindly suggested a book called Player of Games. And then he said, hey, do you mind, do you have a P.O. box? I'd love to send you a copy. So I messaged him back, and I was like, no, but here's my address if you want to send me a book. Books are great gifts. I love getting books. I love buying books, checking books out of the library, but it means so much more to me if someone gives me a book. So Joseph M. kindly offered to send me a copy of Player of Games. Now I looked this up. He said he described it as science fiction, something in the future where people are rated by how they play board games. I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. But in looking it up, I saw it was written by a fellow named Ian Banks. I know who that is. I know what the Culture series is. This is apparently the second book in the Culture series. I've never read any of these. I've heard about them for a while, and I understand there's something tricky about getting into them, like don't start with the first book, read the third, and then come back to the second. And so I trust that what Joseph M. is doing is maybe trying to play me into the Culture series by Ian Banks. So I'd love to do that. So Player of Games, that's number 17 from Joseph M. Bruce G. for number 18, The Ripple Rug. What kind of book is that? Is it science fiction? Is it fantasy? Is it maybe some modern drama? Oh, is it a foreign film? Maybe something from Poland or Eastern Europe. Nope. It is a pet enrichment toy. It's like a rug with little holes and it's got little layers and cats play in it. The Ripple Rug. I think that's a vote more for my cat than for me, but by golly, number 18, I can pretty much guarantee that if that works, a video would be accompanying whatever write-up gets done. I should say, however, I think my cat is impervious to toys. I attempted a laser pointer with him and it just didn't take. I don't know if he can't see that frequency of light, but I would jiggle it around on the floor and he couldn't care less. So we'll see if a Ripple Rug works. All right, 2 more. Andrew S. Good Lord, Andrew S. It's like being in divinity school again. The Confessions of St. Augustine. He didn't even have the courtesy to recommend a specific translation. I don't read Latin anymore. All right, Andrew S. Frankly, that would be intriguing to go back. I haven't done any reading about theology since school. That's been something that I kind of moved on from. So I wonder how something like that would hold up. Well, we'll find out if a 19 is rolled. By the way, did you know Augustine was the Bishop of Hippo? Yeah, there's a Bishop of Hippo. I just find that cute. All right, Clay H. finally. Lasso Round the Moon, a book by Agnar Mikkel. I wouldn't have believed that was a real name. Agnar Mikkel is a Norwegian author. Lasso Around the Moon, published in 1960, really old. I looked up Agnar Mikkel on Wikipedia, and it said, yeah, he's a 20th century author from Norway, controversial. It also said that among his passions, puppet theater. So Agnar Mikkel's Lasso Around the Moon, don't know anything about it. Maybe it has to do with puppet theater. All right, there we go. We have 20 choices. Let me now go to randomresult.com on the iPad. I've got it queued up here. It's going to pick a number between 1 and 20. Let me key that in. And you guys will get to see what it is. All right, here we go. Any one of these 20 things. And the winner for this month's Patreon review request is... I can never tell if I hit the button. I did not hit the button. I don't think I hit the button. There. Seriously, button? Oh, good Lord. There. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, has it been going back and forth? It might have been going and I didn't see. This is the number. This is what wins. If other things flashed on the screen, I didn't see it. I apologize. I don't know. This is the first one that I'm sure it went. It's a 19. 19. Is that the St. Augustine thing? Where did the pad go? Oh, I lost my... Seriously? I guess it could have been worse. I could be watching some 1932 silent movie from Japan. Can I do over? Did it go multiple times? You know what? Let's back up. Yeah, there was a 7. Okay, so a 7 was the first one, right? Did you guys see that? The 7 flashed. Chris M., The Wire, Season 1. That's what should have won. You guys saw that, right? Like I'm sitting here fumbling around. Well, all right, it's like a Barry Lyndon thing. I screwed up the first one. Barry Lyndon is still outstanding, by the way. And I just agreed, okay, fine, I'll do both of them. Which, seriously, I'm okay with this. So, the real winner, The Wire Season 1, the Moonlight winner, The Confessions of St. Augustine, whatever his name was, the Bishop of Hippo, The Confessions, it's an autobiography, right? He's an early Christian. He was like instrumental in early Christian theology, and he writes an autobiography, and it's in Latin, and you can't get a divinity degree without at least having to read a bunch about it beforehand. So I guess I'm going back to divinity school. And I get to finally see The Wire. I'm super psyched. Good Lord. I basically just needed to get pushed into watching The Wire, so that will now happen. So congratulations to number 19 and number 7. Thanks to my fumble fingers, both of them won. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for sending these in. If you're watching this and you'd like to participate, all you have to do is support me for $10 and more on my Patreon campaign at patreon.com/TomChick. Thank you guys so much. Everyone have a great, great April, and I'll see you in a month. Cheers. Oh, almost done.